The performance of the nights were Shamil, Lipsky, and Emmett. They all won $50,000. Congratulations to them. I guess before I get started, I'll announce some fights for you guys here. This Miami card is stacking up to be badass. Michael Venom Page versus Kevin Holland. Song Yadong versus Jan. Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della. And Ian Gary versus Jeff Neal. Who's got the first question?
Just gonna drop Michael Venom Page in there, like it's a new matchup. I mean, what do you think about it?
These are the fights from Miami.
Very nice. I guess this one I ask you off the top. Bryce Mitchell, an update for him in the season.
Yeah, he's been released. He's good. Sure he's not great, but he's good. Yeah, he's good. He's healthy. He passed all his tests and he's okay.
Good.
He's been released from the hospital. And he was like halfway through the show, released. So it wasn't like just now.
Main event, a little bit of a perplexing main event, I guess. What were your thoughts on that?
I guess my take on it is, and you guys let me know what you think, but when you're 35 years old and or any age in this sport, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna wait. Waiting is never a good idea in this sport. This sport doesn't wait for anybody. And I think he looked slow tonight. He got out wrestled. Leon looked good. Leon looked fast. Looked like he had trouble dealing with his speed, and then getting out wrestled too. And not to mention the fact that Leon absolutely destroyed that leg too.
Yeah. So we talk about him waiting. I mean, I think the thought was along the way that you guys were kind of holding him out for a title shot. Were there other fights you wanted for Colby?
I don't ever have anybody wait in this business, man. This is not a business that waits for you. Your windows are very short, and you never know once you start getting up into your mid-30s when you're going to show up and just not look like you anymore.
Bilal Muhammad was the backup this week. I think you said he's next. Does it still seem like the next fight?
I'm not even thinking about that right now.
And last thing I'll ask on the main event with Leon, do you have an idea, like, let's get him back to England now, or we like him here in the States now, or do you have an idea, a plan, like, where it makes sense for him to fight?
Obviously, it makes a lot of sense to have him fight in England. If you look at what the kid's done, he beat Usman twice, he just beat Colby. Colby's the guy that I was saying if Usman didn't exist, he'd probably be the dominant champion in that weight class, and Leon beat them both. So, yeah, much respect to him, and he looked incredible tonight.
Co-main event, Alessandro Pantoja looked very good.
Yep.
It's a tough opponent. I guess, what did you think about his performance?
Yeah, same. I mean, he looked great tonight. He looked great. Shot caught threw me off in the beginning when the way he was grappling and instead of striking. Then he ends up submitting Wonder Boy, who's never been submitted. So, Josh Emmett, holy shit. I mean, that punch was so loud and devastating, and then the whole undercard. I mean, the undercard was incredible.
Yeah. The last thing I asked about flyweight, we got Brandon Moreno and Amir Albazi coming up. You kind of look at that as a #1 contender fight now.
What's the question?
Brandon Moreno and Amir Albazi. Do you look at that as a #1 contender fight?
Probably.
And then last thing for me, I guess it looked like there was a little skirmish in the crowd today between Strickland and Dricus DuPlessis. I guess, what can you tell us about what happened and your thoughts on that?
So what kind of an asshole sits Strickland next to DuPlessis? This asshole. That's it.
I mean, you actually manually did the seating assignment for that?
I do every seating assignment every week. Yeah.
All right, so that's on you.
Yep.
Do we know?
How fucking stupid is that? I mean, seriously. Well, I don't know what humans you can sit Strickland next to, but definitely not DuPlessis. It was. I don't even know how I missed that, and yeah. So.
I guess everything's got to be just shit happens.
This is the business we're in. Say it all the time. Jumped in there, told Strickland to relax, go in the back. He decided to leave, so he left the arena, and DuPlessis is good. We were just literally talking to him right outside the door there. So, gentlemen, we are in the fight business, and ladies, we're in the fight business. These are the things that happen.
Yeah, right here.
All right.
What do you do with Tony Ferguson?